Welcome, it's King Lizard on Xbox One with more Forza Motorsport 6 PvP action. This time it's from week 4 of the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Series. Now, if you were lucky like me and you actually managed to race in the first 3 weeks of the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Series, you would have earned yourself, had you got all 6 of the liveries, one of these babies, which is a Lamborghini Huracan ST. Basically, it's a race spec Lamborghini Huracan. Really beautiful car this. It is an amazing car to drive, but it's also a really difficult car to drive, or at least for me, with no assists. This thing really wants to back end every corner, and it is a real challenge to keep this on the track with no assists. If someone clips you, it's even worse. The number of times I lost races or got put out of races because the person behind was smacking me off track and I couldn't regain control was unreal. I am new to no assists, full no assists, and you know, it's difficult to maintain traction in this car once you are on a deviation, e.g. you've been hit. So going around Catalunya circuit here, this is the full Catalunya circuit. Currently in second place, trying to reel in first, but first place doing a pretty good job there, and I totally screwed that up. That was me basically losing traction, but also going in a little bit too hot into that corner. So that car behind has just deliberately smashed me up the rear, and another one's going to come in any second now. This is him again. If you watch, tries to sideswipe me and take me out the track. Very interesting Turn 10 Studios. As you saw there, I did not retaliate. That guy was bullying me, and yet I got the ban. Thank you very much. I won't let that go, by the way. That is a very sore subject for me, given that I couldn't get the third livery for this car because I was banned for that week. Anyway, back on with the race. Now, because of that bit of argy-bargy back there, I'm now stuck in third place, and first and second place have got a really good lead on the rest of the field. So I'm still going to push as hard as I can to try and get up to first and second. You know, for me, the race isn't over until it's over, even if I'm in last place. At the beginning of this race, there were actually about 16 competitors. However, once the actual track loaded in for the race, we were left with around 10. Now, whether those people quit during the process of the race loading, or whether they got dumped by the Forza 6 server, is debatable. But what I can tell you is I consistently had a nightmare time trying to get into races for this Lamborghini Trofeo Series across the whole 6 weeks. And 95% of the time, I would be in the 4th or last lap of a race. I'd be in a podium position, or maybe a 5th, out of a good number of other drivers, in some case 24 drivers, and then I would get kicked from the server. And Turn 10 Studios message that pops up in the game is, "You've been disconnected from the server." Well, no shit, Sherlock. Why have I been disconnected from the server? I'm pretty sure it's not my end, because I'm getting 200 megs a second stable on every test. I do have only 11 megabytes per second upload, but to play a game that should be more than substantial. I should have 20, but it's something that my suppliers haven't been able to resolve yet. It'd be great if any of you guys or gals out there that are playing Forza Motorsport 6 in the leagues online or even in private lobbies could let me know if you're experiencing similar disconnection issues. I'd much appreciate it. Anyway, back to the race. I'm fighting off a battle here for third place. First and second are long gone due to those earlier kind of contact issues I had, and this 4th place guy is really giving me a run for my money, nearly grabbing me here on this long straight on Catalunya into this tight corner. I've really got to race my guts out here to keep third position. Now, I actually started to get a lot more used to this car by the time I was on my 3rd lap of this. Now, obviously, as you do different tracks, you may know a track, but to know a track and the car you're driving are 2 different things entirely. So getting used to the car on the 3rd lap on a particular track is quite important, and generally will, in most cases, result in your best lap time, but also your best performance, of course. So this guy behind, really tight, really close race here between me and this chap in 4th. absolutely pushing it out, but it really is at this point a race for third place between third, fourth, fifth and sixth. All of us have a chance of pulling in the third place here. This is a very tight corner here. This is my nemesis corner. This one I've already screwed up twice in this race. This time round I get it right. A little bit screechy on the outside, but I managed to get round there, and I even managed to get myself a little bit of distance on the guys behind. So forcing her all the way out here, pushing as much as I can to try and keep a bit of a gap between me and the car behind. All it's going to take is one slip up on one corner. Particularly nasty little S-bend this. Really important not to over throttle it on the way out with no assists on, or you'll just slide. And then straight into the finish, cut the corner as tight as I can, and just get third place. Rate, subscribe, keep watching.